4. James Henry, Cameron Brannigan and Mark Sykes make midfield 3, with Elliot Lee, Matty Taylor and Brandon Barker as the 3 strikers on the bench. Elliot Lee had a loan spell with Blackpool back in 15-16 season. On the bench for Oxford, Eastwood, McNally, Gorin, Hall, Agayi, Hansen and Shadipo as well. As these two sides look to get into Wembley. And this Sims bagging twice in Blackpool's win on Tuesday to boost their hopes of promotion to the Championship. Neil Critchley was very cautious about the situation. Said that they scored 3 at Oxford, so why can't they come here and score 3 goals as well? And you get minutes applause there for young Jordan Banks as well, who passed away 10 days ago. The players in the circle as well. Shirts with his name on, which they trained in the Blackpool players. 4,000 Blackpool supporters in Bloomfield Road this evening. To have 1 foot at Wembley as it stands right now, but you never know in this game of football. Keith Stroud is tonight's referee, and it's Blackpool in their tangerine shirts, white shorts and black socks. Tangerine socks. There is playing against Oxford in their change kit this evening. White shorts, navy blue shorts rather, and white socks. The game's about to get underway. And Blackpool will be wanting to get an early goal, really, just to put things to bed, you would say so. In front of the supporters, of course. But Oxford, though, under Carl Robinson, have scored 3 or more goals 14 times this season. Only the promoted teams have scored more than them, so there's a lot they can take into it. So they're not giving up hope at Oxford at all. With Brandon Barker, who's on loan from Rangers, and Elliot Lee's on loan from Luton. They're looking to try and attack Blackpool. And it's pleasing to see supporters back in the ground, of course. As I say, 4,000 in Bloomfield Road. Kicking from left to right, Oxford have the kick-off. Elliot Lee knocks a long ball backwards then to Brannigan. And he hits the ball down the left-hand wing, looking for Brandon Barker. But that's knocked into touch. It's hooked down the line again. Headed away by Elliot Moore. Headed away by Daniel Ballard for Blackpool, the loan from Arsenal. That's centre half. So plenty of experience Carl Robinson has for his Oxford men. He was in the playoffs numerous times with Milton Keynes Dons before leaving them to go to Charlton and then arriving at Oxford a couple of seasons ago. He's played down the middle of the park for Oxford. They'll be looking for a positive start to get going. Try and get the first goal if they can. He's played down the left-hand side with Luke Garbett, former Oxford man, former Everton player as well. 4 goals this season for the left-back. A real major game this evening. Playing back down the left-hand side. Here's Garbett again. Cuts inside. Needs some help though. Behind him is Kenny Dougal, who gets possession now. Goes backwards again then for Husband, who knocks a long ball forward. And it's hooked away, but only as far as Dougal. Tries to knock it through the middle. Here is Sims. Switches play to the right-hand side. Good work from Blackpool. Cutting in from the right. Left-footed strike deflected. Chance to clear now with James Henry. But a good challenge comes in. And it will be a throw-in on the near side for Oxford to take. 4 minutes. Energetic start to this playoff semi-final second leg. Good play cutting in from the right. There's Ballard. Here's play with Dougal. Little touch. Finds Embleton. Tries to chip it forward, then looking for Sims. But it's played away. And it's Sims on loan from Everton. 10 goals for him this season. Formed a good partnership with Jerry Yates. Banked that couple in the first leg. Ollie Turton as well, after a mistake by Josh Ruffles. But here Blackpool have a throw. try and get it in. Sorry, corner kick into the area, flicked forward. It's a free header there for Sims. Good save by Jack Stevens. First corner kick for Blackpool. And Sims with a back header inside 3 minutes, but where was the marking? Easy save in the end for Stevens. Got Ellis Sims there. Not back again then to Jack Stevens. He can take a touch now. Just bide his time. They're going to be open box, so they're going to press forward. And Blackpool will be hoping to exploit that. Clearance forward. It's been a miserable, windy, rain-hit day at Bloomfield Road, but the supporters won't care. They won't care at all. They're back watching their side. Live football again at Bloomfield Road with supporters in the ground, albeit only 4,000 of them. I'm sure this place would be packed to the rafters without the restrictions. Maybe next season. We'll be hoping they kick off the championship season in August, of course. And they have 1 foot at Wembley at the moment with that 3-goal advantage taken from the first leg. Here's possession back across from Josh Ruffles. Finds Atkinson to Elliot Moore. Oxford just playing wide, back to Stevens again. Looking for some angles. Stevens still has it. Wants his men moving to the right hand side. Now will drive the ball over the halfway line, but it's a poor ball. It cannons off of Turton and into touch for a throw. Quickly taken. Long ball forward then by Ruffles. Nod down by Taylor. Can only pick out Henry. Henry down the left hand side. Gets a cross in deep. Looking for Taylor. Well gathered by Chris Maxwell, the former Fleetwood goalkeeper and the captain for Blackpool. Rolls the ball out for Garbett, who can knock a long ball forward looking for Sims. Cannons off the arm there. Right in midfield there was Anthony Ford. Garbett picked up the loose ball again. He's got help with Embleton, but he knocks it forward then looking for Sims. Easy header away by Atkinson. Now player in the middle is Brannigan for Oxford. Cameron Brannigan. A couple of goals this season for him. Moves it across then to Atkinson. Long ball forward then looking for the forward run of Barker. And instead it's Sykes that gets in there as well. It's cleared away by Ballard. And he's claiming that it came off Sykes last. But it's a throw. 5 minutes in. Blackpool 0, Oxford 0. Good start from Blackpool. Oxford are just looking to move back. In fact, it's a free kick given by Keith Stroud, so it'll be a free kick to be taken. Ford's there to take it, the Irishman, former Rotherham winger. And it's going to be a right-footed in-swinging corner kick. Atkinson's in there for Oxford. Ford is to take it. Barker's there as well. Just from some instructions. Ford's going to take it. One touch to Barker, you feel. Two-man wall for Blackpool, but it's right over back towards the corner. It's almost a corner kick, really. Ford takes it now, right-footed, curling into the back post, bubbling around inside the area. Can he clear it? Chance now, shot comes in. It's a goal for Oxford. They've got underway. A right-footed strike low, and they've got the goal. It is Matty Taylor with the goal, his 19th goal of the season. And just what Oxford would have wanted. Blackpool failed to clear their lines. It's deflected. A right-footed strike right into the corner between the Blackpool defenders. It wasn't cleared effectively. Getting it under control was Kevin Stewart. And Taylor, such a master craftsman in the middle of the penalty area. Right-footed strike between the legs right into the corner. And it's a goal for Oxford. And it's exactly what they wanted. And they're back in it now. Well, we have a goal at the Bloomfield Road, and it's gone to the visitors, setting the tie up nicely It was a free kick that came in from Anthony Ford, wasn't cleared properly. Kevin Stewart couldn't clear it. Matty Taylor picked up the loose ball, drove a right-footed strike right into the corner between the legs of an onrushing Blackpool defender, beat Maxwell, and Oxford have the perfect start that they wanted. And it's Matty Taylor with his 19th goal of the season, and it's Blackpool 0, Oxford United 1, 3-1 on aggregate. Well, there you have it. After Ellis Sims with the opening header. Oxford then have the opening goal to this game. Matty Taylor. Here's Blackpool then, just from outside the area, left-footed strike, goes in near post, good save, that'll be a corner kick. Saved by Stevens to his left-hand side. A good save by Stevens, that low to his left-hand side. It was Ballard who got the shot in. And they come again, Blackpool. Offside flag goes up. It's going to be cleared away. It's a free kick then for Blackpool. For Oxford rather. Blackpool will just have to settle down. Certainly makes it interesting. Oxford's goal. Clearance then by Jack Stevens over the halfway line. Cleared away. Ball brought under control by Sims. Yates trying to go forward. Yates bringing the ball under control. And he gets into the penalty area. Was his ankles clipped there? The referee says no. It's a foul by Yates. And Yates is saying how to referee Keith Stroud. And he just gets on with the game, Keith Stroud. But Yates was just saying I was fouled there. Former Rotherham striker, Jerry Yates. 22 goals this season. See the clip on from Sims. Yates going forward. Oh, it was handball. That's why he's giving it. He was claiming that it was foul, but it was handball in the build-up. 10 minutes gone. Blackpool 0, Oxford 1. Fast-paced, furious start to this game. And it's hooked down the right-hand side by Ford. Headed away by Ballard. Husband's alongside him, but here come Blackpool again, this time down the left-hand side. Bringing it forward then is Embleton. He's got a runner down the left in Garbutt. Moves on to his right boot, curling effort! Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Elliot Embleton. The man on loan from Sunderland, a right-footed curling effort into the corner. And it's his second goal of the season. And just as Oxford got back into the game, Elliot Embleton answers that straight away by levelling matters in the second leg. And it's 4-1 to Blackpool on aggregate, but one apiece on the night. But what a goal from Elliot Embleton. An absolute perler of a strike. He picked it up after a lovely pass through the middle. He looked for the runner down the left-hand side was Garbutt, but he was around 18 yards out, curling effort into the corner. Jack Stevens stood absolutely no chance there. A beauty of the goal for the man on loan from Sunderland, with his right foot curling effort into the corner. And is that the goal that puts Blackpool to Wembley? Elliot Embleton, a fine strike. We have a leveller then at Bloomfield Road, and is that the goal from Elliot Embleton, which puts Blackpool to Wembley? A driven run there by the Sunderland loanee. On the overlap was Luke Garbutt, but Embleton kept going, moved onto his right boot, and a curling right-footed strike from around 20 yards out. Jack Stevens stood absolutely no chance as it nestled into the corner. A beauty of a strike. It's 1-1 on the night, 4-1 to Blackpool in aggregate. And if it's a goal to make you Wembley bound, it's an absolute cracker. Second goal of the season for Embleton. It's Blackpool 1, Oxford 1, 4-1 to the Tangerines on aggregate. Well, what a goal. What a goal from Elliot Embleton. And they've just won another corner as they drive forward again. The third corner of this evening. Well, this game doesn't stop at the moment. Ball played into the back. Brannigan's got a offside kick and it's hooked into the back of the net. It's another goal. This time it's Ballard, or is it Dougal? Well, I'm not too sure. I'd have to double check that, but my word, what's happening here to Oxford? They're just collapsing right now. Played in. Ball around at the back post. Then it goes back across and it's hooked in by Dougal. Dougal's got the goal. Didn't deal with it from a corner kick. Ballard got the header across, and there was Dougal just a hook into the net. And they've turned it around, Blackpool, straight away. It's another goal. Well, just as you like, Blackpool, they've just turned this game around. Corner kick came in, Ballard then hooked the ball back in. Some static defending by Oxford, and there was Kenny Dougal just to hook the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the season. And Blackpool have made it 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. And after a bright start from Oxford, it's Blackpool that hit back twice, and they surely at Wembley now. Blackpool 2, Oxford United 1. Kenny Dougal with the goal. Well, it's raining goals. Raining goals at the moment. And Blackpool just have, and Oxford just have no answer right now. And there's something kicking off as well. Matty Taylor's not happy. Just dragged back Ballard, didn't he, there? Yeah, I think it's the right decision. Well, remarkable. Embleton's goal, Dougal's goal. Brilliant work from them. (2-1) to Oxford, 5-1 to Blackpool, and they're just phenomenal work then from Blackpool. Just a hit back, really. We've been waiting for this game to settle down. Blackpool leading by 5-1. Let's play then with Oxford. We still have to keep battling. Down the left, there's always a tall order. Let's play, bring that ball forward for Oxford. It's Atkinson. Moves it into the middle. Here's James Henry from distance. Is he going to shoot from range? No, he moves the ball to forward on the right hand side. That's a good ball in. Header goes back across, looking to try and get it into the middle. There was Atkinson who's pushed up there, but it's cleared away all the way back, and Elliot Moore will look to just move that ball back then to Jack Stevens, and they can take their time. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate then to the Tangerines. And Oxford have it all to do. Let's play at the back then with Moore. And diagonal pass to the left hand side is just knocked into touch. And they'll have to work it again. Carl Robinson looks stunned right now. His side got off to the perfect start, grabbing a goal back, but a 2-goal blitz in 3 minutes means that Blackpool just put another couple of goals to the tally that they hold right now, sending some instructions down to the bench, I'm sure. 17 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. He's got a touchline ban at the moment, Carl Robinson, after Sunderland being found guilty of violent conduct. Ball played into the box, dropped there, hooked away though, dropped by Maxwell. It's cleared away, but Blackpool have a chance to break free down the right hand side, and it is play with coming forward. It's Dimitri Mitchell who's moved onto the right hand side at the moment. Long clearance by Maxwell. The right inside headed away. Chester down in the middle of the park by Stewart. Here come Blackpool again though. Good work from Dougal. And now Mitchell hooks that ball to the left hand side looking for Jerry Yates. Edge of the penalty area. Breaks into the penalty area now. Left footed strike comes in. It's blocked. Yates will pick up the loose ball again. Moves it backwards to Stewart. Stewart goes through the middle. Here's possession with Embleton. A little hook back from Yates. Embleton again. It's a challenge that comes in, it's going to be cleared. And bringing that ball forward is James Henry. Henry goes wide to Ruffles. And it's back across to the left hand side to work it again for Oxford. They go backwards. 19 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. So just waiting for this game to settle down. But it might be already too late for Oxford. They've got to score 4 times. Here's possession then with James Husband for Blackpool. Long ball forward, looking for Yates. Stepping across him is Elliot Moore. Too strong for Yates there. And it will be a throw for Oxford. Elliot Moore, the captain for Oxford. Some work to do to G up his men. 20 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Referee Keith Stroud saying he's going on between Elliot Lee and Elliot Embleton. He'll pack it in. Elliot Lee, born in Durham, son of Robert Lee. Looked into touch, and it's going to be a throw for Oxford, just inside their own half. Chester down by Taylor, picked up by Mitchell. Here's Embleton. Score that wonderful equaliser for the Tangerines. As rain comes down at the west coast. Here's Dougal, tries to find Embleton, but well watched and moved away by Oxford's Elliot Lee. One ball forward again, looking for Lee to go in there. Henry as well. There's a man down for Oxford. But Elliot Lee's going to take the throw. Long ball through the middle, looking for Taylor. It's hooked away by Blackpool. Playing down the left hand side is Barker. The ball backwards to Sykes. Barker again, it's a poor ball. It's picked out by Ellis Sims, who moves the ball to Mitchell down the right over the halfway line. Yates goes through the middle. Sims now joins him. Mitchell finds Yates, edge of the penalty area. Moves it onto his right boot, trying to curl the effort. It slaps against Moore's legs. He'll be out for a throw. 22 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. 5-1 on aggregate. Play back with Garbutt. Finds Embleton. Yates back to Garbutt again. Left foot across, goes short. Sims back to goal. Left footed strike blocked. And it's going to be cleared away down the right by Ford. Sims it was who tried to get the shot in there. 22.5 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Throwing down the right then by Ford. Little flick on from Taylor. In fact, there's a foot up by Ford for the throw. So it is going to be a foul. So we'll have to defend this one now. Thrown again for Blackpool. Garbutt changes passes there with Embleton, and Garbutt didn't make the run down the left hand side, and it will be a goal kick. 24 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. There's the ball back then to the right hand side with Ford. And down the left hand side they try their luck. It's blocked. Mark Sykes it was, who's not really got into the game. Now playing to the middle, here's Taylor. Brannigan wants a long ball to the right hand side, looking for the forward run there of Anthony Ford, but asking a little bit too much of the Irish winger, and it's knocked into touch for a throw. You put pressure there on the Blackpool defence. I feel that Oxford need another goal before half time. Just look at this Embleton goal again. Just what a wonderful strike it was to four men around him. Nothing they could do. Just a lovely curling effort into the corner. 25 gone, but here come Blackpool again, just trying to work it down the right. And with Mitchell's cross to the back post, tipped over by Stevens. Going to be another corner. Fourth corner of this first half for Blackpool. Having gone a goal behind in the second leg, they really hit back hard for Embleton and Dougal. And they've got another corner kick here, and they're in absolute no rush to take it now. Yeah, left-footed in, swinging corner kick. Too deep. That ball's going to go out of play. So Blackpool lead by 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. Those goals by Embleton and Dougal cancelling out Taylor's strike after 7 minutes. And Blackpool have just been relentless really in terms of chances as well. Jerry Yates going close on a couple of occasions, but shots blocked. There's a tip over after an effort by Mitchell as well moments ago. Blackpool forcing the corners as well. Oxford really not giving up the ghost, but Carl Robinson, the boss, who's suffering a touchline ban at the moment, he looks a little bit shell-shocked at the time. Oxford, you feel, need at least one goal before half-time to try and see what they can do in the second half, but it's maybe a forlorn hope. They're 4 goals just to level the tie and try and win it on away goals. It's Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Free kick then for Oxford. And down the left hand side, and it's Ford. Moves it square there for Brannigan. Brannigan skips routine 2, the former Liverpool man. Chips the ball over the top. That ball's going to go out of play. And that came to nothing, that move. And it remains Blackpool 2, Oxford United 1. The ball back again. It's blocked. Sims picks up the loose ball. Did he get caught there? Referee says no. So Oxford will have possession. People slipping about all over the place on this surface. Very wet conditions in the northwest. Neil Critchley, former Liverpool coach. Of course, Carl Robinson's a former Liverpool coach as well. For during MK Dons, when their youngest ever manager at 29. Critchley's actually taken charge of Liverpool on a couple of occasions. A couple of years ago when they had to field sides in the EFL Cup and the FA Cup. Liverpool's main side were in differing competitions. And Critchley took charge of the sort of under-19 side that they had. And did well, apart from a 5-0 defeat in one of the games, which you would expect. Coming up to half an hour gone, Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Blackpool lead 5-1 on aggregate. Goals by Taylor put Oxford in front. They were hit back with Embleton. Yates brings the ball under control. It was a long ball forward. And move to the right hand side for Mitchell. Mitchell finds Yates again. And it's Stewart. Bringing that ball forward is Ballard. Ballard moves the ball to the right for Mitchell. Mitchell's left-footed curling effort deflected. Another corner kick, the 5th of this first half for the Tangerines. They really are playing well, putting Oxford under real pressure. And they're going to meet either Lincoln or Sunderland in the final as it stands. Lincoln with a 2-goal advantage going into the second leg at the Stadium of Light. Corner kick taken quickly, and the near post well gathered by Jack Stevens. Oxford reached the playoffs last season, but again missed out. He's played down the left-hand side, little foot to the left. It's knocked back, out of play for another corner kick. There's a header backwards there by Ruffles. As cross comes in, Stevens gathers. Long ball forward again, hooked away though by Garbutt into touch. By Husband rather, into touch, and it's going to be a throw. Just exchanging passes at the moment. And back into the middle of the park. Let's play in the middle end for Sykes. Sykes finds Barker. Now bringing the ball forward is Elliot Moore, and Oxford just enjoy a bit of spell of possession at the moment, something they've been really lacking in this first half. Blackpool have hit back at them. Knocked back to Stevens. And now play down the left hand side, bringing it forward is Atkinson. Knocks the ball down the line, it's knocked into touch. Mitchell's saying they didn't come off him, and it will be a throw for the U's. Ball forward from Henry. And go Taylor through the middle. Cleared away. Yates trying to get between two, but nothing last. I didn't know. A flick off a white shirt, so. There's going to be a Blackpool throw. He's trying to bring the ball under control and knock it back. Slips. Oxford come away with it down the right with Ford. As he drive and run through the middle. Ford picks up the loose ball, goes down under a challenge. And referee Keith Strauss says play on. And there's a few late challenges going in there. Under by Sims. It's going to be played away and they can build again, Oxford. Up to 34 minutes gone. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Blackpool and Oxford drew 0-0 in December in League 2 at Bloomfield Road, but Blackpool won 2-0 at the Kassam in the league, so Dougal scored again. Ballard with the goal in that respect. So a bit of a bogey side over Oxford so far this season. They have conceded a goal. That was Blackpool's first goal conceded for a while. Win over Oxford with Blackpool's fifth on the bounce without conceding a goal, but they've conceded this evening. Blackpool haven't lost at home since October. One defeat in the 19 home games defeat against Shrewsbury was only the one I said it lose as well. Who's been spoken to here? James Henry. Flying referee Keith Stroud going towards him. Spoken to and has to go away. Sykes, it was getting a foot in. Henry being a bit aggressive, then shoving over his man, and frustration then for the Oxford midfielder. Defeat to Shrewsbury, only won at home since October. One defeat in 19 home games in the league for the Tangerines. They lost 3 out of their first 4 home games, so Bloomfield Road being a real fortress for them. Oxford's defeat in the first leg was their first in 4 games, having won their final 3 League 2 matches, scoring 10 goals in the process, so they do have it in their armoury to score goals, but you feel that to get 4 and running out of time now is asking a little bit too much for Carl Robinson's men. 36 minutes gone. Footing then over the right side by Ollie Turton. Oxford will come again though. Barker switches play to the right hand side for Ford. He's got a bit of space to work with here. Knocks it to the right hand side. Chips the ball to the back post. Taylor goes up there. Ball played back out again. Sykes with the right footed strike. And it's wide. It was a decentish effort, but he couldn't get it under control. And Sykes' right footed strike. First opportunity for Oxford really since they scored on 8 minutes. Long ball away. Oxford will come again. Pass the ball to the right hand side. To bring the ball under control there is Taylor. Driving through the middle, picking out on the left hand side. Here's Elliot Lee. Outside the area, left curling effort from Lee, but it's going to go straight through to Chris Maxwell. That comes to nothing. But again, another effort there. Down the right here, bring the ball forward is Cameron Brannigan. A couple of goals this season for the former Liverpool man. Finds Lee. Elliot Lee just holds the ball up on loan from Luton. Moves the ball to the right. Puts it forward by Ford. And it's cleared away by the Blackpool defence. Sims trying to pick the ball up deep inside his own half. But it's Brannigan that knocked the ball back across, and Oxford still keep hold of it. And Rob Atkinson, born in Chesterfield, will move that ball down the left-hand side, finds Sykes. And into the middle for Brannigan again, who flips the ball to the right-hand side, finds Elliot Moore. And Moore goes short, finds Lee. Now down the right-hand side, there's a block there by Garbutt. And I think Oxford have won themselves their first corner of this game, compared to the 6 Blackpool have won. Garbutt getting a foot in, the former Everton man. 4 to take. Trying to get it into the air of Blackpool. If Oxford could just score here, so it makes things interesting for the second half. They do need 3 more goals on top of that then. An opportunity here from this corner kick. Plenty of traffic in there. Right for the delivery goes in. It's headed away, back outside the area, but it's out of Luke's ball as Barker. Brannigan floats up. Can Elliot Lee get onto it? He does on the volley, but is he offside? Not given offside by the linesman. James Henry was there as well as Elliot Lee, but nothing came of it. And it'll end up being a goal kick. So it still remains Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. They lead 5-1 in aggregate. Chris Maxwell's just picked up a yellow card for arguing with the Blackpool goalkeeper. A couple of opportunities for Oxford. A forward cross which was cleared. Saw Mark Sykes with a strike which went very wide. Then Maxwell was forced into a save from Elliot Lee. A curling shot, which is an easy save for him as well. You feel that Oxford have it all to do though. They trail by 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate, and we're closing in on half time. Here come Oxford again. Barker tries to switch that ball across, finds Lee. Now Barker again. Offside flag goes up there. Robinson looks on for his lofty perch, along with the analysts, and the camera work as well. There's Gray brought forward again, looking to bring Embleton under control. He didn't get the ball under control that time. It's cleared away by Jack Stevens. Hefty challenges going in from Keith Stroud here. Some yellow cards been dished out. One to Maxwell, one to Brannigan for Oxford. Six-year absence away from the Championship for Blackpool, but they're really close to it now. Plenty battling in the middle. There's Henry. It's a poor ball though. Somebody picks out Embleton. The ball down the wing. Now it's knocked back by Husband. Under pressure there from Sykes. Trying to find Sims, and it's knocked into touch by Moore. It'll be a throw. 2.5 minutes to go before the break. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Off tube, an official studio-based commentary for you. And at Blackpool, let's have one foot in the League One playoff final as it stands right now. Two 2-1 on the night. Green comes in. Embleton scored that wonderful equaliser for Blackpool. And the second goal scored by Kenny Dougal. Second goal of the season. Embleton's second goal of the season also. Just added salt to the wounds of Oxford right now, despite them taking the lead. And on the right hand side for Oxford, knock a long ball forward for Ford, looking for Taylor. There's Elliot Lee, two men with him, tries to knock it into the middle. Brannigan. It's for Henry. Brannigan again moves it to the right. Good work from Henry. Here's Taylor. Sykes is there, so is Brannigan. Back then across to the right hand side is Barker. Barker moves the ball onto his left, now onto his right. Needs some help here. Play with Ford. Ford trying to get to the byline. Can he get the cross in? He can, it's deep. Nobody there though in a white shirt. The ball hooked over the top, under control from Lee, but there's nobody there, and it'll be cleared away by Garbutt. A long ball forward, and now Stevens come out of his goal and knock it into touch, and it'll be a throw for Blackpool as we inch towards half time. See how many minutes are going to be played at the moment. Two minutes of additional time to be played. We've had 30 seconds of that so far already. A little chip inside. That'll be a free kick to Oxford. Driving forward here is Sykes, and he loses possession there, and Blackpool come away with it. A strong challenge comes in there by Ruffles, I think it is, yeah. He drove forward, lost possession. Catch Ballard, who's been in the wars. Blackpool have a free kick. No yellow card then, given against Ruffles. Referee thinks he won the ball, but given, he dived in though, Ruffles. I thought that was worthy of a yellow card. I think he's got away with one there. Full back. That was the cause of the first goal. One ball over the top, headed away. Stroud's going to look at his watch. Blows his half-time whistle, and plenty of work to do for Oxford in this second half. They made the perfect start through Matty Taylor, but two wonderful goals from Blackpool, from Embleton and from Dougal. Make it Blackpool 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. And that's half time. We'll be back with you in around 15 minutes time. Well, it's half time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford though broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool. Five-1 on aggregate. Blackpool 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season. Just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season. Well, Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season. As Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2-1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal of the season. And barely 3 minutes passed when there was a corner kick came in, Ballard with a hook back, there was Dougal to flick in for his second goal of the season as well. Oxford was stunned, so was Carl Robinson. It's 2-1 on the day to Blackpool, 5-1 in aggregate. Well, it's half-time at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool lead by 2 goals to 1. Oxford, though, broke the deadlock. Taylor then scoring from an acute angle, right through his strike, right into the corner, but a wonderful equaliser just 5 minutes later from Elliot Embleton, curling effort for his second goal. Welcome back to our coverage of this second leg of this playoff semi-final in League One. Blackpool lead 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate, and they've made a change as well. Daniel Ballard has gone off. Must have been injury there. Marvin Ekpateta has come on to replace him at the centre-half position. So change them for Neil Critchley. And they look to press home their advantage, really. 2 goals in quick succession following Matty Taylor's opener on the evening meant that Blackpool really have a 5-1 advantage and looking pretty good to go through to pretty good to go on and go through to Wembley against either Lincoln or Sunderland. Play down the right hand side. Here comes Mitchell for Blackpool. They started off positive from left to right. I run these sides for you when possession breaks down. Now Blackpool have Chris Maxwell in goal. Back four of Turton, Ekpateta, Husband and Garbutt, Dougal, Stewart, Embleton and Mitchell, with Sims and Yates the two up top. As for Oxford, Stevens in goal, Ford, Moore, Atkinson and Ruffles, as Taylor goes close there with a right-footed strike which went wide. Henry, Brannigan and Sykes, Lee, Taylor and Barker make up their 11 for Oxford, and they have it all to do. Blackpool 2, Oxford 1. Taylor broke the deadlock in this game after just 3 minutes, after just 8 minutes rather. But Embleton and Dougal, the two fine goals, made it 2-1 to Blackpool, 5-1 on aggregate, and work to do for the U's. Go down the right then, little foot in then from Elliot Lee. From the left hand side, Rob Atkinson. Atkinson again. Long ball over the top, headed into touch. Little flick forward. Now play down the left hand side, here comes Josh Ruffles. In the middle of the park with Sykes, finds Barker. Barker goes back to Atkinson. Bring the ball forward. Now to the right hand side for Elliot Moore. Cutting inside then is Henry. Right footed cross comes in, there's an opportunity. Right footed strike, and it hits the outside of the post. James Henry there with a strike. And they still keep going. Barker finds Sykes. Barker again, right footed cross into the back post. Little flicks on head, it goes wide. It's going to be a corner kick, I feel. Henry it is who had the effort. Put the ball back. Right footed strike, smacked against the post. It's not a... I thought we'd gone out for a corner, it hasn't. There's Atkinson again, so good start to the second half for Oxford in terms of an opportunity there. Henry unlucky, he smacked the post. Atkinson goes back across to Elliot Moore. Moore finds Ford, and for Brannigan. Brannigan now down the right hand side for Ford. Cross comes into the box, hooked away outside the penalty area. Bright start from Oxford as they push Blackpool back into their half. I'm sure Carl Robinson will want his side just to win the second half if they can't get enough goals, but grabbing a couple of goals certainly makes it interesting. 4 minutes into this second half, Blackpool having plenty of defending to do right now. They do lead 2-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. Down the left hand side, Garbutt's there. Was he tripped or he slipped? Garbutt claimed that he was fouled, but nothing doing. And it will be a free kick. We see Daniel Ballard there, on loan from Arsenal. Marvin Ekpateta replacing him at the break. Going down the line, gone out of play. And for the first championship return in 6 seasons for Blackpool. There's been lots of change since they were last there. line and headed away. Played through the middle. Blackpool trying to chase with good defensive work from Atkinson. It's cleared away by Jack Stevens, who knocks the ball forward. In the park, Sykes just chips that ball through the middle, looking for Taylor. Husband goes across with Taylor. Has it, the former Eastleigh striker and Bristol Rovers man. Lee has it again, picks up the loose ball, goes backwards. Lee again. And down the right it's Ford, it goes into touch and it's going to be a throw. Foul there, just on Elliot Lee by Dougal. It's going to be a free kick for Oxford. Anthony Ford to take it from the Rotherham and Walsall man. Mainly as a winger, but operating at right back this evening. And it's going to be a free kick to be driven into the area. Ford goes to the back post this time. The man gets across and it's another goal for Oxford. It's hooked in and it's Rob Atkinson with the equaliser. And that's exactly what they wanted. It was a Ford free kick to the back post. Atkinson steps in front of his man and did well. Not strong enough defensively there from Ellis Sims. And it's a leveller. Atkinson with his second goal of the season. And that's 2-2 on the night. 5-2 on aggregate to Blackpool. Well, they have it all to do, Oxford, but they're certainly not going away with a fight. Rob Atkinson has just nodded one in from a free kick from Anthony Ford to make it 2-2 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate to Blackpool. They've been rocked at half-time with Daniel Ballard, the on loan Arsenal centre-half, going off. Marvin Ekpateta has come on to replace him for the second period. Oxford has started the brighter of the two sides at the start of this second half, and they've got back at level again with Rob Atkinson's second goal of the season, nodding in from the Ford free kick. It's Blackpool 2, Oxford 2, 5-2 to the Tangerines on aggregate. Well, here come Blackpool though, entering down the right hand side when they did concede. This one to the back post. Jerry Yates is right for the strike into the corner, and there you have it. Blackpool have gone back in front again. It's Jerry Yates with the goal. His 23rd of the campaign. You just can't stop him scoring. Brilliant. No sooner had they made it 2-2 Oxford, then they concede again. A right-footed cross from the right-hand side. And it's Blackpool who go back in front. Oxford have lost possession in the middle of the park. Mitchell's cross. Oh, left it away from Sims, and there was Yates just to hook the ball into the corner. And it's 3-2 and then 6-2 on aggregate now. Well, no sooner do Oxford level, then Blackpool are back in front again, and it is Mitchell cross from the right hand side. He's been a thorn in Oxford's side all. Left footed cross this time to the back post over the top of Sims's head. But there was Jerry Yates, who's bagged 22 goals this season, and he bags his 23rd by lashing the ball into the corner to make it Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. And well, that's surely it now for Oxford, really. 6-2 on aggregate then to the Tangerines. Jerry Yates, yet again, he can't stop scoring, the former Rotherham striker. Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. Taylor caught Maxwell there. And Taylor's going to pick up a yellow card. He was very late. And he rightly picks up a yellow card very late on the goalkeeper then. In fact, fair enough, I'm not too sure what is happening there with Carl Robinson. Taylor's just getting a drink. He has to calm down. Just picking up the treatment there, Maxwell. So 3-2 then. 6-2 in aggregate. Jerry Yates' 23rd goal of the season. And the former Rotherham strikers revelling in the league so far, leaving them in the Championship. Signing for Swindon. Didn't quite work out for him then, but it's been brilliant for him at Blackpool. Really enjoying his season. Another goal for him. He lifts a t-shirt in memory of Jordan Banks as well. Taking on some water and some advice from Neil Critchley. He's done everything his manager's asked from him. He's been a real thorn in Oxford's side. Taylor just makes sure that Maxwell's okay. I mean, Taylor did pick up a yellow card though. And the game will continue in a second. Well, what a dramatic game it's been. 3-2 on the night then. 6-2 in aggregate. Clearance by Maxwell then. Just feeling it a little bit from that challenge by Taylor. I think there's more goals in this game. Maxwell's not happy. Reserve goalkeeper they've got on the bench, Blackpool. It's Stuart Moore, the reserve goalkeeper. Maxwell's not fit enough to continue. Here's Barker for Oxford. Been strangely quiet, the Rangers midfield. Gets the ball into the box, well collected by Epiteta because he needed to. There was two Oxford players just behind him. That beautiful cross in from Brandon Barker. Been really quiet in this game. And Marvin Epiteta then, he had to get the challenge in because there were two players behind him who were waiting just to stab the ball into the back of the net. One of them was Elliot Lee, the other was Matty Taylor. But brilliant defending there from the substitute. And Barker's follow-up just went wide, but great work from the young centre-half there. Because he needed to. He's 25-year-old now. Leighton Orient, East Thurrock, Concord Rangers clubs that he's played for. Dougal just fouled there. Embleton to take the free kick. So Blackpool 3, Oxford 2, 6-2 on aggregate then to the Seasiders. I don't know if Oxford are waiting to make a change or anything. Jerry Yates' goal was moments after Rob Atkinson had levelled matters on the game. They just can't get away, Oxford, at all. They took the lead, they levelled matters, but Blackpool just come roaring back every time. They've just got no answer to them. Here's Atkinson for Oxford then. It's backwards and across. Play forward again. Now we're gone. Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. There's a free kick then for Oxford. Taken by Stevens. Launches forward looking for Taylor. Header backwards though. Easy work by James Husband. Straight through to Maxwell. Whether he's going to be okay. Looks like he's alright. Blackpool fans absolutely delighted at the moment. 4,000 of them in Bloomfield Road this evening. So some of them will try and get tickets for Wembley. I'm not too sure what the capacity will be at Wembley for the final. Sunderland play Lincoln City tomorrow, 3:30. Play down the right hand side here. Cross comes in inside the area for Blackpool. Breaking forward. It was Ollie Turton who got up there as well. Mitchell was there. The 30th of May is the final for League One, which Blackpool have got one foot in it at the moment. Here's Oxford though. They go down with a fight at the moment. Blackpool finished third in the table on 80 points. Oxford 6th, 74 points. Here's Brannigan for Oxford. Bring the ball forward. Moves it to the left hand side. Then finds Josh Ruffles. Moore. Across to James Henry. Hit the post at the start of the second half. Now Moore again goes across to Atkinson inside the centre circle. Pushes the ball to the left hand side for Cameron Brannigan again. On a yellow card. It's just behind him, that ball from Barker. And the momentum sort of breaks down of the movement of Oxford here. Play to the right hand side again for Moore. Work it into the middle. Here's Ruffles. Plenty of possession for Carl Robinson's men trying to go through the middle. Lose possession though here. Here's Ellis Sims. Been a bit quiet in this game, Ellis Sims. He had an opportunity in the first half. Back header. Anthony Ford finds Henry. Moves the ball to the right hand side. Cross comes in deep to the back post. Mitchell's there to try and clear. Barker try and pick up the loose ball, but Mitchell clears just outside the area. Ruffles there to bring the ball under control. Super work from the left back. More headed away eventually by Husband, but picking up the loose ball down the left hand side is Elliot Lee. He's got some help in Barker at the edge of the penalty area. He should look to use him. Finds him now. Barker then 18 yards out. He's going to get a shot on. No, wants to take on Mitchell. Goes backwards to Brannigan. Brannigan needs a bit of help, finds Lee. Lee works it to the right hand side for Brannigan again. Play to Barker. Lee goes down and wins his side. A free kick. Foul by Kevin Stewart, who'll pick up a yellow card. He's been anonymous in this game, really, Kevin Stewart. And he picks up a yellow card there for a very late challenge on Brannigan. And it's Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. And Oxford have an opportunity here from a free kick, so they'll look to load in. Week on Sunday for the League One playoff final. 3 o'clock kickoff. Maxwell just ordering his wall. Anthony Ford looks interested in this. So does Josh Ruffles, but it looks to be like a right-footed free kick. It's a 4-man wall. Ford will try and get it up and over to the left of centre. It was difficult. Ford steps up now, right for the curling effort, deflects off the wall. It did its job, and it's cleared away. And makes its way back up then towards the halfway line, where Sykes will knock the ball to the right-hand side. Barker has it. Can't get the ball under control. Claims it was foul, but gives away. Was he? Eventually it was given as a foul. But Barker had stopped moving. It's going to be a substitution for Oxford. We're going to bring on Daniel Agai. And Olamide Shodipo as well, on loan from QPR. Aggie comes on in a moment, not quite yet. I don't think they're quite ready for him yet. Free kick for Oxford. Onto the box, headed away though by Blackpool. Mitchell has it again. Played particularly well this evening. Cleared away, hooked forward then, looking for Sims. Can't get the header on. Neither can play from Embleton. He's been a bit quiet in this second half. We'll give him credit. It was a wonderful goal to level matters for Blackpool in the first period. Barker's coming into the game a lot more. It was a little bit too late. Side 3-2 down, 6-2 on aggregate. Here's Ford, knocks the ball down the right hand side. Right foot across, goes in near post, hooked away by Moore. By Husband rather. Switches across then. Here's Barker. Barker back to the halfway line. Double switch for Oxford coming on in second. Shodipo and Aggie. There's Oxford rimming forward. Elliot Lee finds Brannigan. Finds Barker. Square to Henry. And he operates with Ford down the right hand side now. Ford knocks the ball backwards. Right foot across, comes in deep to the back post. There's a man there who's trying to hook it forward. It's Ruffles. It was unmarked, but it's going to be a goal kick, I feel. Midway through this second period. Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. 6-2 on aggregate to Blackpool. That was a wicked ball in. The double switch is about to happen for Oxford. We'll see who they're going to come on for. Looks like Brandon Barker's going off. His game is done. A little bit too late then for him. Olamide Shodipo will come on. And going off is Elliot Lee, I think. And Danagi will come on. Brandon Barker, Elliot Lee, Aggie and Shodipo. Come on, Shodipo's got some goals this season, 11 so far. Aggie's got 6. See if he can get on the score sheet for Oxford. We need to bag 4 goals. The remaining time left in the game. Still at Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. 6-2 on aggregate to the Seasiders. Oxford have made a double switch. They brought on Olamide Shodipo and Dan Aggie. 17 goals between those two players, but they're going to have to get 4 to level the on aggregate. It means they'll go through on goal difference, but they're just running out of time. Blackpool just coasting really now. It's Mitchell, who's been the best player really, trying to get Sims involved. His right footed strike goes wide. But at the moment, Blackpool then heading to Wembley. 3-2 up on the night, 6-2 on aggregate for the first time in 6 years. They look good for the Wembley Arch. Well, it's not like that Oxford have had no shots. They certainly have. But every time Blackpool have gone forward, they've looked really dangerous. So 20 minutes to go. Blackpool 3, Oxford 2. Free kick for Oxford. Moore's in a bit of a battle there with Husband. Embleton's been pushed away. Referee speaking to Husband and Moore. Well, Elliot Moore's a giant of a centre half for Oxford. So free kick still going to be taken by Ford. Maggie's there as well as Shadipo. Launched into the box. There's a free header, is it? No, offside flag goes up. And not quite ready. Garbutt's lost his headband. And it's as you were. Atkinson foul, was it, on Garbutt? Yeah, I think it was. So that's the referee's decision. Atkinson, who equalised for Oxford, start the second half. Double switch then for Blackpool in a second. Keshi Anderson's going to come on, replacing Elliot Embleton. And there's another switch as well. So Keshi Anderson comes on now. Played in the first game. 3 goals this season for him. And Dimitri Mitchell goes off as well. And he's going to be replaced by Jordan Gabriel, on loan from Nottingham Forest. Gary Medine's going to come on to replace Ellis Sims. Gary Medine, I think, had a spell with Blackpool on loan back in 2015. Medine's got 8 goals so far this season. He'll get just over a quarter of an hour to get himself on the score sheet. The ball knocked forward by Mark Sykes. Anthony Ford over the far side for Oxford. Goes back into the middle of the park for Brannigan. Little chip forward. Finds Henry. Maggie down the right hand side, trying to get to the byline. It's a good ball, palmed away. The ball hooked in. It is hooked in. It's Shadipo with the goal, and Oxford have levelled. And that cross that came in for Maggie, and the 2 substitutes combined. And there is Olamide Shadipo to hook the ball into the back of the net. And it's his 12th goal of the season. Maxwell palmed that one back in. Well, more goals in this game. The 2 substitutes combined for Oxford as they've levelled on the night. Aggie down the right hand side, got to the byline, cross came in. Maxwell palmed the ball back in for Shadipo. He had one effort, it smacked off of Husband. Back to Shadipo again, who hooked the ball into the back of the net for his 12th goal of the campaign. And Oxford are not lying down. They may be defeated overall, but on the night it's Blackpool 3, Oxford 3. Blackpool still leads 6-3 on aggregate. Well, further goals in this game. See what Blackpool can do here, because they have often come back once Oxford have found a way to try and grab a goal. But 3-3, 6-3 in aggregate. It was an interesting encounter. Oxford just going forward, just throwing everything forward, really. They lose possession here. Is play down the right hand side. It's Kevin Stewart. Got a foot in then on the left hand side. Good challenge came in from Rob Atkinson, who's been played well for Oxford this evening. Blackpool 3, Oxford 3. 6 in aggregate. Here's Medine. Can he keep the ball in play? He can't. It's going to be an Oxford throw. I think they're probably going to run out of time, Oxford, you feel. But it's been a valiant effort, I suppose, from them. Shove over there by Sykes. And it's a free kick for Blackpool. Sykes not happy then, has a word with Keith Stroud. Foul on Yates. I suppose at the moment it's Oxford winning the second half. Is Garbutt with a free kick for Blackpool. Launched into the box. Header goes across from Medine. Good save by Stevens. Try and launch that one down the middle. Medine, strong header of the ball. There's play down the right with Cook coming forward. Gordon Gabriel with the clearance. He's on loan from Forest. In the middle of the park, Sykes goes backwards to Brannigan. Diagonal pass to the right hand side. That's a good ball. Finds Ford. Ford brings the ball down superbly well. Tries to attack now. Attacks to attack Garbutt and Keshi Anderson. Right foot crosses deep to the back post. There's a man there for actually Shadipo again. Did he hook the ball back in? Was it a save by Maxwell? I think it might have been. May have been a corner. Good ball floated in though to the back post. Shadipo was there. Good save by Maxwell. It's very close to Oxford scoring again. Great save from Maxwell at his near post there. At the expense of a corner. We've got 10 minutes to go. Ball floated in. Header goes near post, but it's hooked wide by Henry. It'll be a goal kick to Blackpool. It's a fine encounter, this. I play down the left hand side. Here come Garbutt. Into the middle for Medine. Backwards then. Middle of the park. Stewart. Stewart finds Turton. Now for Yates. Yates looks for the runner down the right hand side. Finds the cross coming in, which is Gabriel. But can't find Medine. And Oxford will clear down the right hand side. Dayi there to break forward. And wins his side of throw. Dayi. 10 to go. Blackpool 3, Oxford 3, 6-3 on aggregate. Played down the line. Knocked into touch. And will be a throw. Way down the left-hand side. It's going to be a challenge. Here's Shadipo. Left foot across comes into the area. Hooked away by Keshi Anderson. Atkinson gets pickpocketed by Medine there. Back now from Stewart. Looks that ball down the right. Yates can't keep it in play. Just can. There's the linesman who's right running alongside him. Yates then moves the ball right for the strike over the bar. There's plenty of players in good positions there. Jerry Yates doing a bit better there. The former Rotherham man. Just kept it in play, didn't he? Imagine kept up play. Should have gone through the middle. There was a runner there. Had the shot. Anderson was waiting in the middle. Didn't get a touch, Stevens, did he? Did he? I think he might have done. First corner kick for Blackpool. Stevens with a little touch. Left foot across comes in. Oxford look to clear through Henry. It smacks against Anderson. It'll be a throw for Oxford. We're deep inside their own half. Robinson knows at times running out. They really were against the 8-ball though, didn't they, from the first leg, 3 goals down. They gave it a good go, but Blackpool have always been one step ahead of them. This possession with Henry for Brannigan. Finds Ruffles. Shadipo's caught there, and the possession, he wins a free kick. Driven across, had a cushion header back to Maxwell. Stevens clears. Ball under control. Anderson. Brannigan getting the ball under control. 6 or so minutes to go before Blackpool find themselves at Wembley in the League One playoff final. The Embleton's fine strike to make it 1 apiece. It was an absolute perler of a strike as well. Play down the right hand side. Here come Oxford coming forward. Taylor tries to get there, but it's hooked away. For 3-3. Time running out for Carl Robinson's men. Ball forward then. Taylor trying to bring the ball under control, but great work from James Husband to knock the ball into touch there as he got in front of his man. Throwing into the area, looking for Shadipo. Get the crossing, can't be a goal kick. And the guy he was there who just caught late and was off. As the camera pans to Carl Robinson with a tinge of disappointment on his face. No side really were up against it in this second leg. Critchley going to be a successful boss for Blackpool, taking them to the League One playoffs. They're rightly delighted as well. Free kick then to be taken. Once into the area. Medine with a header back across, looking for Yates, who slips. It's going to be hooked away. Ball backwards, looking for Stevens, who rolls the ball out. Slipped by Sykes there. Stewart can't get the ball. Ball down the right hand side. It's good work from Yates. Yates going to take on Atkinson, edge of the area. Yates moves onto his left boot, goes square. Finds Keshi Anderson. Anderson then left footed drive, blocked. Oxford can clear. Anderson again. Goes square. Finds Medine just outside the penalty area. Has to move on to his left boot but can't, and then Sykes brings that ball away. Now Ford on the halfway line for Oxford. They're still trying. They've got to get 3 goals. And they're running out of time. It's 87 minutes are up now. Right foot cross comes in, but it's blocked, and might even not go out for the corner that they want. They've got a throw right in the corner though. Good work from James Husband there to clear. Right foot cross comes in. Work towards the halfway line, headed away by Medine. Ball played onto the right hand side for Keshi Anderson. Yates is there, great save from Stevens. Yates is still there, but Stevens blocks. Well, they're very stretched at the moment. He's played down the left hand side. Down the right hand side for Ajay. Brilliant save Stevens then. Playing the right hand side, right in the corner. Here's Shodipo. He's gone in late there. And it's heavy on Gabriel. See Yates' review again. It was close there. Yates could have bagged another one. It's 3-3. It's a phenomenal effort from Blackpool. 3-0 up. Oxford certainly have played their part. Took the lead through Taylor, and 2 strikes in quick succession for Blackpool seemed to knock the stuffing of them, but back they came. Rob Atkinson with a equaliser. Jerry Yates made it 3-2, and then Olamide Shodipo made it 3-3 on the night. But that first leg is coming back to haunt Oxford right now and Carl Robinson's men as we reach 90 minutes, and Neil Critchley is going to lead his side to Wembley in a few moments' time. I'd imagine there'll be 4 minutes or so of additional time to be played. The board will go up in a second. Maybe on the right hand side. Just wait for confirmation. But on the left hand side now for Ruffles to clear. Long ball, 5 minutes of additional time to be played. Stewart for Gabriel. Chips that one forward, looking for Medine, but Stevens is there, and he'll knock the ball into touch. And there'll be a throw. A substitution here for Blackpool. Leaving to go off will be about 4 minutes to go. Yates going off there. Jerry Yates performed well. 23rd goal he got this season. Jerry Yates, really good performance from him. And coming on is Ethan Robson, just a bolster midfield. Neil Critchley's man. Robson gets a few minutes there. The 24-year-old, born in Houghton-le-Spring. Yellow card being issued there to Ollie Turton. I've had 2 minutes of the 5 additional minutes. So Jack Stevens to take this free kick for Oxford. Countdown, really, they'll just want to be on the bus right now. Try as they might, they just couldn't get ahead of Blackpool on the night. Throwing them for Oxford into the area. Easy header away. Medine brings the ball under control deep inside his own half. He clears. Chance here to move forward. Here's an opportunity. Bringing it forward is Robson. Robson squares the ball there for Anderson. Anderson looks up, tries to curl it. Good save by Stevens. And they'll have to clear. Stevens knocks a long ball forward all the way towards the other end. The man down for Oxford at the moment is Henry. Coming inside a free kick. I think he might have done. It's Taylor, and actually, in fact, who'd slipped. Plays forward again. Here's an opportunity for Sykes. Get the ball through to Henry. Hooked away again. Towards the halfway line. Atkinson moves that ball down the left-hand side. Shadipo. There's a man down for Blackpool there. And it's Dougal. Sykes and Dougal had a word with each other, and Sykes is just going to have a word there with Husband. Dougal and Sykes. I think Sykes went a little bit late than Dougal. Catch him. Seconds to go. Blackpool 3, Oxford 3. Keith Stroud just blowing his whistle now, asking somebody to come over to him. He's going to issue with a yellow card. I think it's going to be Mark Sykes. James Husband can't get away scot-free. Sykes is going to pick up a yellow card there, but James Husband appears to get away with it. Sykes gets fouled there by Gabriel, but we're into additional time. That should be it after this free kick's taken. Blackpool will find themselves at Wembley yet again. This League One playoff final. All eyes on Keith Stroud, the referee. Into the corner. Throwing then for Blackpool to be taken. Line by Luke Garbett, and that's it. The final whistle has been blown. Neil Critchley leads his side to Wembley. They've done the business on the night, 3-3 on the night. They've won 6-3 on aggregate. And he goes to speak with Carl Robinson. And overall, they've deserved it, Blackpool. They've been the better side over the course of the two legs. They may have drawn on the night, but they did the business in the first half of the contest. And they just put Oxford away. Oxford could never, ever get ahead of Blackpool. And goals from Embleton, Dougal and Yates for Blackpool. Taylor, Atkinson, Shadipo made things interesting for Oxford. But it's Blackpool that go through to the League One playoff final, where they'll face Lincoln or Sunderland. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been an epic encounter between these two sides. 3-3 on the night, 6-3 in aggregate to Blackpool.